I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Stop that, Jeff. Okay, Tom.
Mayor Steen.
Present.
Councilmember Roger Anderson.
Present.
Councilmember Austin.
Present.
Helly.
Present.
Hagen.
Present.
Fisher.
Present.
Enright.
Present.
King.
Present.
We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Item 1 is a motion for approval, or for approval of the agenda with the changes we have. Need a motion?
So move.
For a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 2 is approval of minutes from April 3rd, 2017. We need a motion.
So moved.
For a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 3 under awards, we have I.J. Holden, Assistant Principal, and Heeman is the Administrator of the Year. And she is here today. Just have a few things here. Lynn Heeman, Assistant Principal at I.J. Holden Intermediate School, has been named the Administrator of the Year by the Minnesota School Counselors Association. Heeman was notified of her award last week after the announcement by the school counselor, Farron Delaney, who helped nominate her for the award. Rather than go through the newspaper article, it would just
Yes, so
congratulate
I
you.
am Lynn Heeman, and thank you very much. I was honored with that award. It was a surprise. I knew I was nominated. The nomination was a collective letter from Farron Delaney, the school counselor, parents, a student, and teachers, and the state association awarded me that great honor last week, and I will go up in May to receive the honor. But truly, it's based upon a team effort, not just solely my skills and expertise at I.J. Holton, but truly the work that we do for students emotionally, socially, and academically at I.J. Holton, along with our school counselors. So,
Well, we want to thank you. I think our schools have improved so much in the last, since 10, 15 years. It's just amazing, and I think it's because of people who are like you, especially with our I think that's a tough school
yes,
to be.
it's young adolescents, 800 challenging young adolescents at the ages of 10, 11, and 12, yes.
I just talked to a friend of mine today who was driving bus, and he said, how do you like it? Yeah, it's great for that intermediate school here. I think they're just driving me crazy.
They are a challenge some days.
They can
Believe
be.
it or not, sometimes I have to be the disciplinarian and not always the supporter with students and families.
I think there's probably a special place in heaven for people like you.
Thank you very much.
We should appreciate it.
So,
Thank you very much.
thank you very much, and thank you for letting me come in tonight as well to share that with all of you.
Well, thank us for the
you.
opportunity.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Okay, now I lost my agenda. Where am I at here? Okay, under number, is there any other additions? Nope, that was it. Number 4 is consent agenda. We need a motion.
Oh, don't we have, under number 3? Under number 3,
Number 3, award.
fill the boot?
Going to give us the
Oh, fill the boot. Sorry, guys. I wondered why you were here.
How we doing? For those who don't know me, my name is Jim Halsey. I'm with the fire department. Every year for the last 8 years, we've been doing Fill the Boot. We've probably tagged you several times in your vehicles going across town. We do a good job at it. Just recap quick what we did last year. Usually every year they have a boot camp MDA puts on, and they kind of go over everything and give people some awards and recognition for the work that they did. Last year, we had 51 volunteers over the 3 days. That's part-time guys, the full-time guys, getting out there on the street 4 hours a day. We do this on the street, on duty. The duty crew usually works the fire station corner, so if we have a response, we can jump in the trucks and go do what we have to do. So last year, we got shorted one day because we had that storm roll through, but we did just over $18,000, which and then our competition is between the North and South Dakota, Minnesota, and Western Wisconsin. So that's our district area, and we were number 1 in that competition per firefighter. So we get credit for 9 firefighters. We raised $2,000 per firefighter. So we were number 1 in that area in our district for that. Overall, we're number 7. So I mean, that's all the money collected. from Minneapolis, and we were ranked number 7, so we did
They
really
didn't have a
good.
day short, did they? You were the only ones with a day short.
Yeah, I don't know, so, and different departments do different things. Oh, we might have to go. We gotta go. But I did want to request permission to do this again next year, it'll be August 16th through the 18th.
16th
You got
and
it.
18th?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate all your support.
Appreciate what you guys do. Jim, you're all right?
Yep, I'm fine with it.
All right, now we get to.
So do we need to
Oh, do we need to take action on that?
say yes?
yes.
Right?
Okay, what's the motion?
Is that a motion?
The motion is to, David, just,
To approve the
The request.
firefighters participating in Fill the Boot on those days.
So moved.
is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you. Next, I think I got this right, under number 4, consent
Yes.
agenda. We need a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed. Number 5, under bid openings and awards. Number 5, receiving bids for asphalt street reconstruction on First Street, 2nd Street, 3rd Street, 4th Avenue, and 5th Avenue Southwest. Stephen?
Yes, we received bids for this project on April 11th. Work on the project will consist of many of the things that we've already presented to you in the feasibility report, as well as the information that we presented at time of the assessments. But again, just removal of the asphalt pavement, utility upgrades, curb and gutter, sidewalk, and asphalt paving. We had 2 bids on the project, with Yulin Brothers being the low bidder at $1,107. $1,107,604.00. Funds for this project would come out of our capital improvement fund, our wastewater treatment plant fund for the sanitary sewer work, and our stormwater utility fund for the storm sewer work, and I would recommend awarding the bid to Yulin Brothers.
Council? Anything? If not, we need a resolution for number 5.
So move the
Is
resolution.
there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert?
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 6 is a resolution receiving bids for concrete street reconstruction on 4th Avenue Northwest. Stephen?
This project, as you all know, will be a very big project for us from on 4th Avenue by St. A's School going out toward the athletic field. Concrete replacement and a lot of underground work on this project. We hope to get started here early in May, and work will likely carry through all summer into fall. So we want to get this one going early, and we had 3 bids, but the 2 low bids were very close, with Dale Connor Company being the low bidder at $1,764,752.76. This project is a state aid road, so we have state aid funds paying for a large majority of this work, along with assessments to adjacent property owners, capital improvement fund for the sanitary sewer, and wastewater treatment plant fund for the sanitary sewer. Again, recommend awarding this project to Doyle Connor Company.
When do you, I know you don't have an end date, when do you think you're going to start that about?
We hope to start about the 2nd week of May.
Okay, council, anything? If not, we need a resolution awarding the bid.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert?
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Number 7 is a motion under petitions and requests authorizing the demolition of the Fogarty hangar with funds coming from the airport construction fund. Talked about this at the work session. Council, anything? Not, we need a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 8 is a motion authorizing LED lighting and a mill and overlay on 9th Place Southwest. Stephen?
Yeah, this project we had identified in our CIP for LED lighting, and what we presented at the last work session was to include a mill and overlay on this roadway to take care of some spalling that we're seeing in different areas throughout the community. It is a state aid roadway. We would utilize state aid funds for all of this work.
Anything, council? If not, we need a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Number 9 is a motion authorizing the use of 2017 contingency funds for the $7,000 update to the 2013 housing study. Craig?
Mayor, members, this is an update request for our housing study. as mentioned, it was 2013 when we'd done this last. We'd like to update it so we have the most current information to solicit potential developers, so we have the most accurate information possible. We'll also be looking more closely at specific tools and policies to follow up on the other initiatives that we've done as far as housing is concerned. We'd appreciate council approval to approve this from the contingency funds. This will be split with the HRA and potentially Vision 2020. We have a request before them as well, so it'll be a maximum of $7,000 from the city.
Okay, Craig, that would be 7,000 from each of us, or do you want, are we going to split that?
That would be if we split it between us and the HRA.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'd be lower, obviously, if it was split 3 ways.
Okay. Council, any questions? If not, we need a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. 10 is a motion reviewing a study on off-sale liquor ordinance. Ann?
Yes, this is the off-sale liquor ordinance we reviewed at the last work session. Effective July 1st, off-sale liquor stores will be able to sell liquor on Sundays from the hours of 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., and we would recommend that our ordinance be consistent with the state. So that ordinance is there, and I would request that you adopt it.
Council? Anything? If not, we need a motion for preparation of the ordinance.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then we need an ordinance for adoption and publication of the ordinance.
So moved.
So
Who's that,
moved.
Steve? Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Dankert?
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Nay.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Abstain.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember Lodge Anderson.
Aye.
On a 5-1 vote, ordinance does not pass because it requires unanimous approval at the first reading. Therefore, it'll have to be laid over to the next meeting.
So just to be clear, if we do it at the next meeting and everybody's vote stays the same, it passes?
That would be correct.
Okay, just wanted to be clear with that for the media.
That just take a majority then at that point in time, Your Honor.
Okay. 11 is a resolution approving change order number 3 on the City Hall remodel project. Tom?
As we wrap up the partial remodel of City Hall, we have some additional change orders for council to approve, or another change order for council to approve. The net effect is an actual deduct of $7,367, mainly because we removed replacing the south doors on them and just opted to fix some of the locking systems. So at this point in time, we'd request council approve change order number 3 in a net reduction of $7,366.65.
Council, anything? If not, we need a resolution.
So, second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Number 12 is a resolution accepting a radio grant for the fire department. Chief?
Honorable Mayor and Council, with this purchase, we will be able to make sure everyone on the fire ground has a radio on them at all times, and we'll have the channels the state would like us to have. We're also upgrading our radios from the model that will be obsolete in the future. Money will be paid out of our current budget for 2017. This is a 50-50 grant, and our share is $13,183.80. I recommend accepting the radio grant for the purchase of 10 radios.
Who's this a grant from? Where's the other half come from?
From the state through Mauer County.
Okay. Council, any questions? If not, we need a resolution for 12.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 13 is a resolution accepting a lab equipment donation from Hormel Foods. Mr. Lang?
Hormel recently completed a R&D project north of the Institute out by Todd Park. And with that new building construction and moving their R&D labs to that new facility, they were vacating their old labs, and thankfully they thought of us at the wastewater treatment plant. A lot of our labs and equipment at the treatment plant dates back to 1959 and even 1939 with some of our original equipment in that building. So what they have set aside for us is some cabinetry, countertops, some fume hoods, and also some exhaust fans that we can use in our lab through a renovation project, valuing about $16,500 for this used equipment. Would be much greater than that if we were to try and go purchase it brand new. So great donation from the Hormel Company, and we'd recommend accepting that donation.
Thank you. Council, anything? If not, we need a resolution.
So move the
Is
resolution.
there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 14 is a resolution awarding design services for the Crest Haven Detention Pond with JHS Inc. Mr. Lang.
Council recently approved interim use permit for the Bauman property there, just north of Fordtown. And during that process, we talked about incorporating a retention pond or detention pond as part of that project. So these consulting services with Jones Hogan Smith will design and locate a retention pond to capture water and then slowly release that water down 2nd Avenue to lessen some of the high flow impacts that residents are seeing along 2nd Avenue Northwest. Jones and Haug has provided us a engineer's quote to do this work for $12,900. This would include designing the detention pond and also putting together plans and specifications. The city would then bid it and oversee the work on site. We do have $100,000 budgeted in our CIP for this year to do this detention pond.
Where would the pond be?
The pond is it's going to be near the grass area or pasture of some of those maps that you've seen a month ago from Ms. Bauman. It's going to be along 2nd Avenue, west of 27th Street.
Okay,
Picture that
council,
area.
any more questions? If not, we need a resolution for 14.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 15, excuse me, is a resolution approving amendment number 2 to the memorandum of understanding with the Cedar River Watershed District. Stephen?
Back in 2011, council entered into a memorandum of understanding with the Cedar River Watershed District. At that time, the Cedar River Watershed District was just gaining traction and starting to implement some of their rules, and our North Main Flood Control Program had already been in place. So the memorandum of understanding kind of exempted the city from some of the requirements of the watershed for the 12-phase North Main Flood Control Project. There's only one phase remaining. The current memorandum of understanding for phase 1 of the North Main Flood Control Project expires July of 2017. We anticipate not being able to start that project yet with the downtown power plant site and the rec center and everything going on there. That is where phase 1 is located. So this amendment is a 2-year extension to that current expiration date, requesting the Cedar River Watershed District to extend the expiration date for phase 1 to July of 2019. I've been in contact with Justin Hansen of he's the administrator of the Cedar River Watershed District. So he has presented this concept to his board as well, and if approved tonight by the council, we'll take it to his board, Cedar River Watershed Board, on Wednesday evening.
Council, anything? If not, we need a resolution for 15.
So move the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 16 is a resolution in support of increasing local government aid. Craig?
Mayor and members, included in the packet is a resolution to support local government aid that will be sent to House and Senate leadership, tax chairs in both bodies, as well as Governor Dayton. This resolution highlights the fact that Minnesota has a budget surplus, that we're asking for restoration of LGA funding levels to 2002, and to $45.5 million increase to take us to that amount. Council action is requested to approve the resolution so we can forward it on to our elected leaders in St. Paul.
Council? Anything? Okay, and then we need a resolution.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 17 is a resolution approving a hard liquor on-sale license for El Parral Ballroom, Inc. Self-explanatory. Anybody have any questions? Ann, I'm sure would be more than happy to answer them. If not, we need a resolution.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 18 is a resolution approving a Scott Safety In-House Repair Center Agreement. Chief?
Mayor and council, this agreement allows us to maintain and repair our new Scott air packs, just as we were repairing our old air packs in the past. The agreement requires us to maintain our equipment and certification and is in effect for a 2-year period, at which time it can be renewed by Scott. I recommend approval of this agreement.
Council, anything? If not, we need a resolution.
So moved.
Mr. Dankert?
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
19 is a series of motions granting to the Planning and Zoning Department authorization to remove junk and/or illegally stored vehicles at the following locations. A is 807 3rd Avenue Northeast, HSBC Bank USA property. We need a motion.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? B, 600 38th Avenue Northeast, James and Jean Sauer property. Need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? C is 615 14th Street Northeast, U.S. Bank, Minnesota Housing Finance Agency property. Need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? D is 1203 11th Avenue Northwest, Dustin and Crystal Dennison property. Need a motion.
So moved.
Is there a second? All
Second.
in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And finally, E, 1705 East Oakland Avenue, the Lucia Reyes Sandoval property. Need a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And for our final resolution, approving an easement agreement with the Austin Utilities in Decker Park. Kim?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So tonight I'd like you to consider granting the Austin Utilities an easement in the northwest corner of Decker Park. They are moving their gas services out from behind private properties at this time, and we met with them last fall, spring, summer, to see where they could put this building. And it's a good location. So you've got a map that was sent from Utilities, and they are, like I said, asking for an easement to use that corner of the park. The building, they've got one by the American Legion too. They're a nice little building, and we don't see a problem with it from the park side.
Council, any questions, comments? If not, we need a, what is that, a resolution?
Yes.
So resolution.
So moved.
Mr. Hagan.
Is there a second?
Second.
We had a resolution, second, I wasn't paying attention. Mr. Dankert?
Councilmember Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Hagan.
Aye.
Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. We are now to report, or citizen, is there any citizens here? Well, there's only one citizen here that's not a news media, but I want to thank you for coming, Sandy. Did you want anything, do you want to congratulate on anything? We're not taking complaints today.
Nice day, I thought I'd come inside.
Seeing your tax dollars at work, thank you. Anything, you guys? If not, we are to reports and recommendations. We'll start with Paul tonight.
I've got nothing, Your Honor.
Okay,
Nothing,
David?
Your Honor.
Laura?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Janet?
The Austin Human Rights Commission has a community conversation happening this Wednesday evening from starting at 6 p.m. in the Riverland East Campus cafeteria. So that would be a good thing for people to attend if they're so inclined. That's it.
Okay, Jeffrey?
Yes, this Saturday at 1 p.m., we will have the ribbon cutting and grand opening of the new interpretive center at the Nature Center. We were able to get a sneak peek of it, and I think people are going to be very impressed by seeing this, and I encourage everyone to attend. get a chance to get out there.
I'm impressed just driving by it. It looks
Yes.
terrific. Steve?
Kim and I'll double team on this. It's the 11th annual Community Day, Community Pride Day. We've been cleaning up trash for 11 years now, soon to be. This year is a different format. Disappointing part is we don't have donuts, I see, in the morning.
Donuts this time.
Kim will maybe explain a little more about what the new format is. So we encourage all volunteers to show up. It's a pick your day, basically, from April 20th to April 30th. Kim?
Yep, that's right. Thanks, Steve. So a lot of groups lately, it seemed like for those 10 years, we were rained on a lot, snowed on. It just wasn't very nice, and people were trying to get their groups together and plan a day, and a lot of times it's when they're meeting. So it made it easy for them, so they could come and pick a day. They just have to pop into our office, pick up the bags and some gloves, and let us know where they're going. And a lot of these groups go to the same spot every year anyway, so we've already got people coming in to pick up their things and picking days. So I encourage anybody who wants to come and do that, they can, and singles are more than welcome as well. I mean, there's lots of green spaces that can pick up, and it might be like close to where you live or where you take your kids to play.
Okay,
So Kim, once they sign up, then you'll know that they'll be, so they leave the bags just like they have before?
Yep, they leave the bags just like they have before, and we'll know where to go pick them up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Greg, do we have any reports?
Judy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judy.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Okay. Maybe we'll throw all that and you had nothing?
I had nothing.
Okay. Craig?
Yes, Mayor, members, Senator Franken asked to get together with a group of people to talk about the federal budget implications and the reductions proposed by the administration. We'll be meeting with them at 2 o'clock on Wednesday to go over some of those items. Otherwise, that's the extent of what I have.
Okay, no reports? All right, we're going to...
Stephen does have one.
Kim had something.
You wanted another one?
That wasn't my report.
Okay.
Okay. That was the tag team. So I just want everyone to know that we are taking summer registration now for your kiddos and swim lessons and all of that stuff, and our office has moved to City Hall, so we're at 500
Where can people
Fourth
get
Avenue.
these?
They went home in the school book bags, but they are on our city website as well,
Okay,
and you'll see them floating around in other spots as well, too.
okay. That's
So
it?
stop in and see us.
Stephen, you have something?
I do have two things. Electronics recycling event is coming up again in about a month, Saturday, May 13th. It'll be same as it has been. It'll be held at the Moore County Fairgrounds. There will be some costs for some of the items. We will have those costs posted on, I believe, are they posted on our city website? Okay, and Facebook account, and they'll also be posted on site. The event, we'll mention it again as it gets closer, but again, Saturday, May 13th, it starts at 9 a.m., goes till 2 p.m., accepting electronics, and we're working with Retrofit Recycling, the Retrofit companies, out of Owatonna again this year for the event. The other item that I had is regarding the 11th Drive Bridge. That project is getting closer. I had a pre-construction meeting with the contractor a little over a week ago, and work is planning to start on some of the exterior items, some shoulder work, some storm sewer work in mid-May, with closure of the bridge and detour planned for the first weekend in June. There'll be some more information coming out about that. There'll be a community meeting coming up sometime in the next week or so, and there'll be information out about that as well.
Okay, if there's nothing else, we're
Can
going
I
to have
just ask-
our work sessions in here. We're going to take about a 5 to 10 minute break first. So now you have something, Judy?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Stephen if have we heard any more about when the bridge over the dam by you said Lake will be opened? Have you heard anything?
That's still planned to be open the end of May. This is a completion date for that project. They seem to be on schedule with that. The deck has been poured, and now they're removing some of the ramps leading up to the bridge. So next things you'll see is some storm sewer work being done, and then the concrete paving leading up to the bridge. So that, as of right now, seems to be on schedule to be completed the end of May, and then the 11th Drive Bridge would be starting that first weekend in June. So seems great on paper right now.
All right, thanks.
Okay, and nothing else? Then we need a motion to adjourn till May 1st.
So moved.
For a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we'll meet back here in 10 minutes.
That's not a grand opening, is it? What is, that's grand opening?